My book is on the first page of Amazon's hot new releases in coming-of-age fiction for young adults. My book is now officially on Goodreads. It feels like I'm just screaming into the void. I'm gonna need a lot more coffee for this. Writing the book was the easy part. Now comes the hard part. Okay, so we are finally at the publishing vlog. And unfortunately, I've already done stuff which I haven't filmed because, to be fair, this process is not like something super interesting, I feel like, for people to watch. And it's not even a lot for me to actually film. It's literally just me sitting in front of the computer being frustrated, which I don't think is that interesting for viewers. However, updates. So basically, I have uploaded my book for pre-order on KDP for the ebook. So ebook is up on pre-order for KDP right now, but KDP does not do paperback pre-order. So I will publish my paperback book with Amazon, but they don't do pre-order. So to do pre-order, I have to go with Ingram Spark. And so that was the struggle. The struggle bit was Ingram Spark because, yeah, I'll do a separate video on how to publish with Ingram Spark because that was frustrating. However, I finally managed to do everything that they wanted, and so it is up for pre-order paperback as well through Ingram Spark. So it's available on all the retailers online through Ingram Spark. And so the idea is that once the release date is actually live, so November 6th, then I will publish the paperback on Amazon, and that listing, in theory, will overwrite the Ingram Spark listing, which is on Amazon right now. And so if you want to buy the paperback on Amazon, you will get the Amazon version. But if you buy the paperback on any other site or bookstores, if you're going to a bookstore and you actually ask for it to be ordered in, it will be the Ingram Spark version. So that's how it works. It's the same ISBN, it's the same book, two different print-on-demand distributors. So the print quality is a little bit different, and again, I'll get into that in another video. But long story short, yesterday I received my Ingram Spark proof copy in the mail, and that was the most expensive proof copy I've ever received, I've ever gotten. That was actually ridiculous, because on top of all the fees that Ingram Spark asks for, I also had to pay import tax because it was printed in the UK. I live in Denmark, Brexit, and super expensive, like super expensive. I don't know when I'll have to, when it will make sense for me to order proof copies of Ingram Spark, because that was ridiculous. However, the good news is it's perfect. Like this version is incredible. First of all, this is a proof copy. First of all, it does not have the not for resale banner. I'll do a separate video talking about Amazon KDP proof copies and Ingram Spark proof copies. But this is beautiful. The other big thing is the paper in here is called their groundwood paper, which is sort of it's supposed to be like their thinnest paper, but it is the paper that traditional publishers use for their books. Like for any kind of fiction book, that's the paper that you'll find in traditional books. And Ingram Spark has done that so that you can select this paper and it's perfect. I prefer this paper to the Amazon KDP paper, but the profit margins for me as the author are better if you buy the Amazon copy, like through Amazon. Of course, if you want to buy it from anywhere else, then you will get this. But if you buy through Amazon, you'll get the Amazon KDP copy, which is perfectly fine. I just personally prefer this paper. It's just nicer. It fits in with the trad books better. The other thing though is, again, I have issues with the spine of these books because I keep making changes. I feel like I felt like it was too much stuff on the spine in the previous design, and so I decided to strip it back mainly because this is going to be a series and it'll make it harder for me to make the spines look nice together as a series if I did what I did in my previous version. And so what I tried here is to just make it super simple. And that's fine. It looks fine. I'm happy with that. However, Ingram Spark has completely different dimensions and requirements for their books compared to Amazon. And I need to fix something again because it overlaps a little bit, right? So like this part of the illustration should just be on the front cover, but it wraps just a tiny bit onto the spine, so I have to fix that. No one's gonna actually care about that, but I care, so I want to fix it. But it is available for pre-order. Paperback is available for pre-order. Ebooks are available for pre-order, not just on KDP, but everywhere else, because I also went with Draft Digital for ebook distribution everywhere else, aside from Amazon and Google Plus, because apparently Draft Digital does not distribute Google Plus anymore, and so I had to go there separately, and that's actually still in review, so that's not up yet, so I'm still waiting for that. Basically, if you don't know, Draft Digital is like a publishing aggregator, so you just use their platform to publish your ebook or paperback if you wanted to. And then they send it to all these other retailers online. So you don't have to manually make an account with Apple Books, for example, with Kobo and upload it there. You can do that. It just takes a lot more work, and then you have more platforms to worry about. Plus it can distribute to websites where you can't do that, like Waterstones and Barnes and Noble and Walmart and like all these other things. So if you want to distribute your ebook wide, Draft Digital. Although I had some issues with them as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is ready, except then I have to fix that small little spine thing. And then I have to announce it, basically, because I haven't announced it. Like, everything is up. You can buy it now. You can pre-order it. But I haven't really announced it anywhere, and so no one's obviously buying it. Another thing is Goodreads. I did not know how complicated it was to have your book added to the Goodreads database. I did not know it was so complicated and it was going to take so long. So I only just started the process like a week ago, and I'm still waiting for that book to be added to Goodreads by someone out there who is willing to do that. And then I'm working on my website to get everything ready to, you know, have all the links and the sort of promo images and stuff on my website as well. So much stuff, guys, honestly. This part I'm not a big fan of all this marketing stuff, but it has to be done. Right now, I need to fix that spine and re-upload that cover to Ingram. And I guess the next step is to announce the pre-order, I guess, to people, because no one actually is aware of it, so no one has pre-order yet. I'm not actually expecting, to be honest, I'm not expecting a lot of people to pre-order. Okay, update. My book is now officially on Goodreads, so that's exciting. Yeah, it just took a while before one of the Goodreads librarians saw my post and put it up there, but then I managed to apply for an author profile. So once you have a book in the Goodreads database, then you sort of claim that book along with the author associated with that book as your own, basically, and then change your Goodreads reader profile to an author profile. So I'm officially a Goodreads author, which is also super, super cool. And yeah, then I have a lot of extra things to set up there, but it's not really that important. But my book is up on Goodreads, and you can add it to your to-read list or whatever list you want. So, as someone who has consistently used Goodreads for 12 years now, I think I made my profile in 2012. It is super surreal, but really, really cool to have your own book on Goodreads. So yeah, that's exciting. You know, writing a book is hard. But I think the hardest part is talking about your book once it's actually about to come out. Yes, so I just filmed a few videos about like release info and pre-order links and, you know, just trying to market the release, I guess. And I'm not very good. I'm not very good at it. I think I need to be better. It's awkward. Like, it's so awkward to kind of try to, you know, because I'm essentially selling something right now, and it's something that I care deeply about, and I do want other people to find it and read it and enjoy it because I put so much effort and time and work into it. It's just awkward. Like, it's just awkward. It's awkward, but the pre-order links are live. Everything is ready. I announced it. Well, I didn't announce it just yet, but I filmed the announcement video and some TikToks, and I think I'm just waiting for everything to go live and see what happens, I guess. Well, I need to keep marketing and keep making things to let people know about its existence and to find the right readers for the book, which is scary, hard, difficult, awkward. Yeah. Welcome to publishing your book, baby, I guess. I'm gonna need a lot more coffee for this. I just had to give my own book 5 stars so that A, the listing on Goodreads doesn't look too sad with absolutely 0 ratings, and B, because, you know, I want the book to like show up for other people, like for my followers on Goodreads, so I had to kind of rate it. And obviously I'm going to rate it 5 stars because I wrote it. I'm quite fond of it. Still feels a bit weird though. It feels a bit weird to give your own book a rating on Goodreads, because it's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna give it 5 stars, but it's my own book. Reviews are for readers. I'm obviously probably going to see some reviews, right? Like, you can't not see some reviews, but I'm definitely not going to interact with those reviews or like try to argue reviews. God forbid if some of those reviews are not super favorable. I don't care. The book is out there for people to read and they can form their own opinion, and, you know, I mean, they can say whatever they want. I'm also a book reviewer, and I mean, I try to be nice about books, but it's like, it's the reader's opinion. But I'm a reader as well. I'm also the author of this book, so I tried to be clear that I'm very biased in my review. But I just thought I should mention that because I think it's funny that it's the first time I'm ever rating my own book on Goodreads. So it's been a couple of days since I posted my YouTube video and also started announcing the book's release and the pre-orders on social media and everywhere. There's just a lot of marketing to be done, and I'm not the best at it, but I try because I have to let people know that this book is coming out, right? And some people have already pre-ordered it, which is super, super cool. And I don't know, it makes me really excited because honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect in terms of pre-orders. It's also a short pre-order timeline, so it's only a month before the release, so I wasn't really sure, you know, people were going to pre-order or not. But already I have 7 pre-orders on Amazon KDP, 1 Kobo. Unfortunately, I can't see any paperback pre-orders because those go through Ingram Spark, and Ingram Spark is not very good at reports, so I will only see those numbers on release. So I don't actually know how many people bought a physical copy, but 7 Kindle, 1 Kobo is all I can see right now. So honestly, I think that's pretty good because I think in my head I was already at like, maybe 10 pre-orders would be okay as like a goal, and it's only been 2 days and 2 away from that goal. And maybe I've already reached that, I just don't know because I don't know how many people bought a paperback version. So that's awesome. Thank you so much if you pre-ordered. I'll see obviously how many more I can get until release, but it's super cool. The thing is, pre-orders are important because on Amazon they count, or I think anywhere, they count as day one sales. And so these algorithms on bookstores like Amazon will then rank your book, showing it to more readers based on how many sales it has. And so if your book already has sales on release day, then it's just gonna go a bit higher in their algorithm and it might be shown to more readers, which will then generate more sales, blah blah. So pre-orders are pretty important, and there's multiple ways you can, you know, boost your pre-orders. I tried to do sort of the bare minimum because I have a baby, I have a job, I have all these other things. I can't do too much, but I wanted to do something. So I'm super stoked that people have pre-ordered, and everyone's been super nice and congratulating me, and it's just been, yeah, it's been honestly a really good reception. So I'm super excited moving forward and for when it's actually live and people start actually reading it. Just wanted to give a little update because I've been just deep in marketing. Unfortunately, writing the book is the easy part. I'm not sure that's true, but it's just, yeah, you just need to do a lot of marketing. You know, I need to let people know that this book exists. And you know, there's a saying that someone needs to see a product at least 7 times before they even think about like purchasing it. So basically that means I just need to do a shit ton of marketing, content marketing, just putting my name out there, putting my book out there, putting just my content out there in general. And there's a lot of platforms, you know, a lot of different types of content. There's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Goodreads, you know, my website. Like there's so much stuff that I have to juggle all at once. But updates, I don't know how well to trust these numbers, so just putting it out there. I think the KDP ones are the only ones that are actually accurate, but on KDP pre-order right now it says I have 9 ebook pre-orders. Then on Draft to Digital it says I have 2 Kobo pre-orders, and then on Ingram Spark I really don't know if I can trust this. It shows a pre-order of 1 copy, but I have been told by people that they have pre-ordered a physical copy, and so that doesn't really add up. So I'm not sure with the Ingram Spark numbers, and I don't want to, you know, assume. But you know, it's trickling in. It's definitely not it's not like a lot of pre-orders, but it's trickling in. But what I've been spending time doing is again, marketing. So I've been writing a lot of marketing ideas. It goes on, you know, like it's this is what I've been doing, just writing down ideas of what I could do. Also for shorts like TikToks, Instagram Reels, posts, just everything to get the ball rolling, to get my name out there, to get this book out there, let people know about it. It's just a lot of work, you know, and it's because there's so many platforms. Like I have a really bad habit of refreshing everything. I have like all these tabs open on my laptop, and then I keep refreshing things every once in a while, and it takes away from my energy and mental brain power. I don't think it's good for my mental health. So I do need to learn to like let the numbers slide and not worry about the numbers, and just worry about like the content and of course the writing and writing the next thing. And you know, also my ARC is being read by people as well. Currently I have 6 readers, so hopefully they leave a review afterwards. We'll see. That would be very nice. But yeah, that is where we're at right now. Good morning. Today I have to do so many things. I'm not even sure how I'm going to get everything done. First of all, yesterday I tried to upload the final manuscripts everywhere. So upload all of the listings on Amazon KDP paperback, Amazon KDP Kindle, Draft to Digital, ebook, everywhere else, Google Play, and Ingram Spark paperback. Everything was good until I got to Ingram Spark. And apparently, just my luck, Ingram Spark has some bugs in their software right now, which means I cannot revise my manuscript. And I don't know when that'll be available again. Which is great, you know, because my book is coming out in less than 2 weeks, and I would have loved to get a big box of some author copies to have. And now I don't know when I can do that because I don't know when this bug is going to be fixed, so I can upload the final manuscript, and you know, it takes a while for them to print and ship it to me, and even just for the initial processing of that file. So Ingram Spark, great. Just, yeah. The other thing I need to do is I'm trying to design some bookmarks just to give out, because I think that's a nice thing to do. I want to design and print like a few hundred bookmarks. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna need that many, but just to have and to give away, because, you know, it's a book that I'm making, so it just makes sense. Instead of like a business card or something, it just makes sense to give a bookmark. But in order to do that, and in general, I need to reread my book to find some quotes that I can use for the bookmark designs, and also just in general for marketing. I would like to have some nice, you know, poignant and relevant quotes, which means I need to read my book again to find some good quotes. But I'm gonna try to speed through it, and because I kind of know where I have some like nice passages and things that I could use as marketing. But that's what I have to do today, and I have no idea if I'm going to get to do everything, but I will give it a try. My book is on the first page of Amazon's hot new releases and coming of age fiction for young adults. It keeps fluctuating like which number it's at, but the highest I've seen it is number 26, and it's actually twice in that list. Like on that same page, it once first it features as a paperback. The paperback was higher, and then the ebook was number 40 or something, so that's really cool. It fluctuates a lot like where it is, but it's consistently on that first page of the hot new releases and coming of age fiction for young adults. So that's fun. What's not so fun is that I still have no idea how many people have actually bought the paperback. Ingram has updated randomly from showing 1 copy sold to 24 copies sold. But I just don't know if I can trust that again. Also, from what I've seen, all the copies sold on Ingram were from the UK. But again, people have told me that they've bought it and they live in other places. So I'm just very confused about the reporting on Ingram Spark for pre-orders. I really wish there was an easier way to know, because I kind of, with marketing as well, because I'm doing a lot of marketing, it feels like I'm just screaming into the void a lot of the time, you know? And I've only been doing this for a few weeks, but honestly, book marketing a lot of the time just feels like you're screaming into the void and throwing spaghetti at a wall, especially on TikTok and places, and just hoping something sticks and it makes someone, you know, be interested enough in the book to actually buy it and read it. But it's just so, I don't know, I'm still getting used to the whole marketing thing. It's just, yeah, it's a very different animal. It's a very different thing. And I think I'm still a little bit awkward at it, because it still feels a little bit awkward to promote my book and myself at the same time. And like in my head, I feel like, oh no, I'm being annoying. But you're not annoying. People won't see every single post you're making. They'll maybe see some of them. That's why it's important to keep posting, because people log in at different times and they'll see different content of yours. They're not going to see every little thing unless they have like notifications on. And in that case, it means that they want to see every little thing that you put up. But I still feel a bit awkward. For example, on Instagram, where I have a lot of sort of people in my real life who follow me, for some reason, I'm very apprehensive about posting, even though they know I do this. They know I'm coming out with a book. I don't know why I feel awkward about posting on Instagram, but I do. TikTok has been actually pretty fun. So most of my marketing right now is on TikTok, even though it's not ideal because my videos on TikTok are not being shown outside of Europe because of the location thing that they have, because they know I'm in Europe, so they try to only push locally. And for me, locally means just the entirety of Europe, which is fine and not so fine, because I wish it was shown more to US readers as well, because there's just a larger pool of people in the US who read English books versus people in Europe who read English books, you know, because obviously Europe has so many languages, and a lot of the times readers in Europe read in their own language, which might not be English. Anyway, it's a lot. Also, I've been going through the book to find quotes that I want to now use in my bookmark design and also in some marketing. Again, marketing doesn't end. I've also been updating all the files, making sure everything is ready for release, and I'm struggling a bit with Amazon again because, you know, I have my paperback on pre-order with Ingram Spark, but on release day I want my paperback to be distributed through Amazon if you buy it from Amazon. I'm just a little confused right now because it can take up to 72 hours, it says on Amazon, from it when you publish your paperback to when it actually is available for sale. But right now I can't publish it until like the release date. Like I have to publish it then. But then if I publish it on the release date, I'm afraid it will take time before it's actually available for purchase, and there might be some time there on release where people can't buy it, and that scares me. It's a mess. There's so much stuff, and I don't know, should I put it up earlier on Amazon just to make sure that switch goes through, but then that means that people can buy it before release, which is that even an issue? Probably not. But most people will probably go to Amazon to buy it, to pre-order it, but then they'll see it as already available. Is that a big deal? Probably not. Should I do that? I have no idea. So this is the sort of stuff that is in my head right now, and it's the first time, clearly, this is the first time I'm doing this, and there's just so many things to juggle, and my head is a mess. I'm trying to keep it together. There's still about a week left until the release. It's just... yeah, like I said, writing the book was the easy part. Now comes the hard part. Good morning. So, some updates. I designed some bookmarks, which I'm actually pretty happy with. I just wanted to have something, so I'm sure I can do a better job if I did it again or, you know, in the future, and I'm sure I'll design many more bookmarks going forward. But for starters, I just want to have something. This is what I designed, and I found a local company that does a lot of sort of prints and stationery printing, so I ordered, I think I ended up going with 100 because that was the least amount I could order, and to be honest, I don't know, I'm gonna use them sort of as business cards, and if someone does buy my book from me, then I can give them a little bookmark, but I don't know how many I'll need, so I didn't want to go crazy and order too many, and then they'll just sit in my house. I have to refilm this clip because the rest of the previous clip looked like this. So I have no idea what happened there. But anyway, I think I'm just going to end the pre-order vlog here because then the next vlog will be the release day and release week of my debut novel and everything that happened there. This is me from the future. That has already happened. I have a glass of champagne to celebrate me releasing my book. But you will have to wait for that until next week or whenever I decide to upload that vlog. I don't remember what else I said in the clip that was slow mode because, well, I can't understand it, and so I will just have to leave you with this and leave that up to your imagination. This was the first time I've ever had to do pre-orders, I ever had to publish a book, and so there's a lot that I've learned, and that's why I'm doing these vlogs, because I want to share what I've learned as I learn it with you guys. And so if you're ever, you know, in this same situation, if you ever want to publish and release a book, then I hope these videos might be helpful to you. And otherwise, I just hope they're entertaining. I love watching other people do things and learning how to do things, no matter if I'm also trying to do the same thing or not. So that's the mindset behind it. And it's also honestly a mini documentary for myself to document the journey of hunting Vienna and just have something to look back on. With that being said, that was it from me today, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time in a new video. Cheers!